Hello everybody, I am the Orca Theory, and today I am bringing you another Northern Realms deck, but this time this is one that I have constructed myself. You have the ability to do that in the Gwent standalone. So for this one I chose the Northern Realms, simply because I was the most familiar with it. That's the one I've spent the most time with so far, other than maybe the Skellige deck. The Skellige deck has some really cool strats to it that I'd like to highlight in another video. But this is my balanced Foltest deck, and you can basically see that I am balanced all the way across the board. I have a few more infantry, but otherwise it is the same across the board. Now, I want to talk a little bit about my strats going into this. Now, what you can do with this balanced Foltest deck is that I have basically equal opportunity to attack from the infantry line, from the archery line, and from the siege line. So you see I've coupled that with a few things down here, namely Impenetrable Fog, Biting Frost, and this Lacerate. This Lacerate card is really interesting. You choose a row and remove 3 strength from all the non-gold units on it. So if you're facing off against a particular deck and they have all of their archery out, what I can do is I can put all my infantry up. If I have a lot of infantry cards, I can just start putting them up. And then I have the option of either using Lacerate or one of these Impenetrable Fog cards. Now, I have 2 here, and I did that really just so I want to show this. Adding a card back into your pile is really easy. All you have to do, just press A, and then it's back there. Now, I'm going to do the same thing with Alzur's Thunder, because I've played a couple rounds with this, and I get this card drawn a lot. That's just part of the RNG for the game, so I am actually just going to remove that, because I don't need quite as many. I am going to keep 2 of these Clear Skies, because if I am going to be messing around with weather effects, I want to make sure that if something happens that isn't to my liking, or if I need to change the card for whatever reason, like let's say I put on a Frost and all of a sudden I'm getting drawn cards that are all infantry cards, then I'm going to want to Clear Skies. Clear Skies is also a really good deterrent against the monster deck, because the monster deck features the Foglet cards that get augmented strength on the archery line when there's a fog in place. What the Clear Skies does is it not only gets rid of the fog, so if my archery cards are getting a hit from the fog, it clears that up, but it also will swipe away all of the regular Foglet cards, so they'll just be discarded to the graveyard. So we're going to play a couple rounds with this deck. I'm actually thinking about getting rid of this prize-winning cow. It's a good joke within the game, referencing a bug from The Witcher 3. But it has very limited uses, and it's kind of a gimmick card. It's a real cheap first card. Like, if you have this in your initial draw, you can throw this down first, and it's just a way to say, like, hey, I know I got the first chance to deal here, but I don't really want to go first. I want to see what you're gonna do. So prize winning cow is good for that. All right, so you've seen a lot of these cards before. The one that I got as part of like the leveling up process, because you do level up in this game and you get different rewards, I did draw a Bloody Baron from one of my kegs. Now, what the Bloody Baron does is he's a 6 strength, loyal, whatever. The gold card is kind of its own thing, but check out what he can do. He spawns a Botchling or a Lubberkin. So the Lubberkin will keep on the battlefield at the end of the round. Really super handy if you're winning a match and you throw down the Bloody Baron to kind of turn the tide. It spawns the Lubberkin, and then the Lubberkin will actually stay out. Or if you lose a round and you play the Bloody Baron, you can use your I'm sorry, I switched those up. Botchling and Lubberkin. Botchling's the first one. Lubberkin's this one. The Lubberkin will resurrect the non-gold unit. Sorry. Normally I'm good with my Witcher 3 stuff. Alright, let's get started here.
Close ranks!
Okay, so I am facing off against another Northern Realms deck. So I know roughly what I'm going to be facing. Now, I've got a pretty shitty draw here. I've got very, very few actual strength cards. So what these Thunderbolt Potions and the Swallow Potions do is they will augment the strength of either all the copies of something on one side, or an individual card. Kind of nice in a pinch, but I don't really need them. Now, I've got a couple really, really nice draws here now. I'm actually thinking about getting rid of Adrenaline Rush. Nah, you know what? I'll keep Adrenaline Rush and Impenetrable Fog. We'll do that. Alright. So I get to go first. Now, I've got a couple different options here. I am actually gonna put out this poor infantry first. It spawns one copy of itself.
Hungry like a wolf, I am.
So already I'm at 6 strength total. You can see that in the bottom left.
But we're broke as shit peddlers.
Now, I'm guessing that he is a relatively new player, because normally you would not want to throw that out initially, because that will make a copy of a card that you have next to you. What I am going to do is I am actually going to create an adrenaline rush on one of these guys. What that does is, if he survives the end of this round, he'll actually stay on for the next round. And I'm hoping that if I do that, I can actually use my Foltest card to clone him for the second round. But that depends entirely on what this guy chooses to do here. He's taking his time, looking through his cards. Okay. Now we got a match. What I can do, what I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna put up this blue stripe, because he adds one strength and one friendly gold unit. I'm gonna attach it to the one that is gonna be sticking around. And I already have a 6-point lead on him, so we're doing okay. 5-point lead, whatever. I'm a musician, not a mathematician. Okay, so he sees my strats coming down the pike. What I might end up doing is this lacerate will remove 3 strength from any non-gold units. So I am gonna take out his entire infantry line. Just completely wreck his shit. Now, I'm running low on character cards. I might get some in the next draw, but that depends primarily on what he chooses to do now with his round. Either he's not familiar with the Northern Realms deck. Yeah, it doesn't seem like he's familiar with the Northern Realms deck. He's copying me for the most part. I am going to put out this Redanian Knight just to kind of put the point home that I'm here for a game. See what he does. He's got a whole bunch of options, I assume. And he chooses to pass. That puts me in a really good position. What I can do is I could spawn the Bloody Baron, but I'm not going to. I'm actually going to save him. I'm going to take this round. Chances are he's got some strats that he's either choosing to save or he's just not familiar with the deck and how it plays. We'll see how it goes. Really, really nice draws. This reinforced siege tower, it'll add 2 strength whenever a new gold card appears. I happen to have 2 gold cards, so I am gonna throw this down right away. Now my strats are changing, because I was gonna clone this guy. What I'm probably gonna do is I'm gonna wait and clone him after I do some augments. So let's get this going first. Let's put him right in the archery line, because I want him to get a little bit complacent that I'm not going to use a weather card, when in fact I probably will. Because I've got that fog there, and if he starts dumping some more into that archery line, it'll be real easy to just throw down a fog. Yeah, he's going for it. So now what we can do is I can remove 4 strength from either one of those, but I want to see what other cards he's going to throw down, so I am going to throw down the Witcher Geralt, which augments that siege tower. And then I'm going to throw down the Bloody Baron, which will augment the siege tower. And we'll see where we're at. Now, I'm going to guess that he has at least 1 weather card up his sleeve, so I'm going to wait till the absolute moment to try to draw that out. Now, he brought out a Reaver Hunter. Add 1 strength to all your other copies of this unit wherever they are. After 2 turns, play a copy. So I got to watch out for that. Now, I am going to choose the Lubberkin, because I want to resurrect a non-gold unit. And I'm going to choose, actually, this guy.
Regroup.
Because he's going to add some strength onto this reinforced siege tower. Now, before my turn ends, I'm going to take out that Reaver Hunter, because he is going to spawn, and he will spawn another card that is stronger than that individual Reaver Hunter. But I could also use an Impenetrable Bug. I've got some options. And there it gets played. He just cloned it. He's showing his hand a little much. Let's clone this siege tower.
Onward! Attack!
Now he has no idea what's coming for him. I assume he's gonna want to throw down a weather card. That's what I would be doing if I was in his position. He's got a ton of archery out. I've got a mixed bag. He could entirely wipe out my my siege line if he's got a torrential rain. Depends on what he chooses to do here. And you can see the timers counting down. If you get to the end of that timeline, it'll just default over to pass. Okay, so he's really running short of cards here, but we're just gonna dump that. And it takes some of my strength down, but what it does is it removes all of his entirely. And on my next turn, I'm gonna remove that Reaver Hunter that's about to spawn itself. Just because if he has a clear sky waiting to go, which I assume he does. He does not. Now, I'm gonna do the good guy thing. I could actually wreck his day if I really wanted to. I'm not going to. He did an honorable pass. I will pass in turn. And you know what? He probably wasn't familiar with that deck, so I'm just gonna send him a good game. There you go, bud. Let's see if he sent me a good game. That'd be nice. Yay! GG! Yay! He sent me a good game. Thank you, guy. Okay, let's do another round with the balanced Foltest. Alright, so we are now facing off against the monster deck. The monster deck is probably the single most dangerous deck for a Northern Realms set. Just because they can spawn so very many cards. I actually have a pretty good draw. I don't really need two of these, but we'll see. I don't want Adrenaline Rush for this. Balliste, that could help. I'm actually going to redraw this guy, see what I get. That's not a bad draw on that, and I'm absolutely going to keep that clear sky. Biting Frost is very popular with the monster deck right now. So I get to go first, and this would be a good time to throw down that light cavalry.
Finally.
You see I kept Geralt. Geralt is a really nice just throwaway card if you need to get on top of a... Oh, that's interesting. He threw down Eridan right away. See, Eridan has no abilities, but he's also a gold card. But he used the special. Very interesting. I'm gonna use this.
I told you so, you idiot.
We'll clone him, because I did have one in my deck that I simply redrew. So now I'm at 17. He is throwing down a lot. Interesting. Very interesting. I'm not entirely sure what the thought process is there.
Uh-oh. Trouble approaches.
But we'll see what he's at. So far, he's come to play. Throwing down his heavy hitters right away. Can't imagine what for. That's why. Okay. Distraction. Too bad. And that will actually get rid of those Foglet cards as I described. Sick. Alright, so now I've got an option here. What I will probably do... I could War Hornet. You know, I'm actually just... I am gonna add one of these. And I could add it anywhere. It doesn't really matter. He's leaving. There we go. And since he passed, it passes back to me. I take the round. And now he's already used 2 gold cards from his pack. One of them is the special from the monster deck, which is the Eridan card. Oh, and that's why. Because he keeps now that Geralt out there. That is one of the special abilities from the monster faction. So I'm in a little bit of a pickle. What I will probably do is actually just spawn some poor infantry. Get that going in there. I'm gonna assume that he has no other weather effect cards, but there are some wild hunt cards that can give me some issues, so I just need to be very, very careful. And now he's got these Ericus cards. You'll see it says breedable under the card. There is a hive or something or other card that will clone any breedable card, so I'm actually gonna throw this Balliste out there and take out one of them. Because if he throws it down, that's gonna put me in a lot of trouble here. We'll see where we're at. I still have that Sheila card. I'm gonna wait on Sheila. See if I can resurrect a random non-gold unit too, because I had a couple of really nice Dunbanner light cavalry cards in there. And you see, okay, so yeah, the Neckers. And this is where the real strength of the monster deck comes in. You see, you bring in one Necker, replace all copies. There's a lot of cards like that in the monster deck. Okay, so now I get to clone. Oh no, I get to play a copy. Let's do this. And I'll take out another one of those, because he is breedable. I am worried about that. Use a bronze unit, create 2 copies of it. Oh, interesting. Add it to the deck. I might try to take out one of these guys, because the breedables are really, really dangerous when all is said and done. And he's waiting to use it if he has it. Yeah, and there it is. So we're doing okay, but we've still got a long road ahead of us here. In this one, I might actually do the Lubberkin. Resurrect a non-gold unit. We'll choose this guy, because he adds 3 strength to any non-gold unit. I'm gonna put him in the archery, and what I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna put it on my poor infantry. Now I'm up 15 from him, but he's still got way more cards than I do, and there's the breedable. So now we've got clones all over the place. Didn't quite catch up to me, but he is close. I'm gonna drop this Foltest card, and I'm gonna put it on one of these poor infantry.
Close ranks.
What I should have done was put it on the medic, but this gives me at least a raw strength output. And barring any weather cards that he might throw down, he threw down a weather card. Yep. All right, well, let's throw out Geralt. Trust the old Geralt. Luckily, that didn't hit me too hard because I evenly spaced out all of these. We'll see. He's still got more cards, so interesting. Interesting. That card, just brought these guys back up to speed. I am actually going to use a Commander's Horn on my entire front line. Now, I am close to double his strength, so he's got to have some real tricks up. Ancient Foglet. That Ancient Foglet increases in power for every turn that it's in the fog. So that's a real problem. Yep. 66. What's this last card? This will be it. He chose to pass. Interesting. That last card must have been garbage. That was a really well-fought game. Thank you, guy. And I reached level 4. Yay! GG from him. Nice. Alright, guys. Thank you so much. So, in this next episode, that was the Northern Realms and kind of some easy level strats with the Northern Realms. We're gonna be taking a look at the monster starter deck next time, and I'll go through and kind of show you what I've been playing around with the Eridan card. One that is geared towards more breedable and one that is geared more towards the Wild Hunt cards, because they both play very, very differently. But we'll take a look at that in the next episode. Thank you so much for joining me. I am the Orca Theory. Please like, share, comment, subscribe, do whatever the hell you want, really. I'll still be playing Gwent. Adios.